Welcome to GeoSnippits. I'm Headhardhat. In our next few minutes, we'd like to teach you some interesting information and tidbits about the game, the sport, yes, the obsession, known as geocaching. In today's episode, we're going to make something really cool. It's called the Fire Hydrant Cache. It's made out of PVC pipe. Let's get started on that right now. Okay, so let's get started by identifying the key ingredients for making this really cool fire hydrant geocache. For starters, you need to find yourself a 2-inch tee. It has holes on each side, on top, and on the bottom. You can get this at any major hardware store. If this is a 2-inch tee, you're also going to need stoppers that are also 2-inch. You're going to need 3 of those. You're going to need a tent stake. I'll show you how it's going to use for that in a few minutes. A small magnet, a bison tube of your choice, some PVC glue, and also some other strong glue for gluing the magnet. Those are the main ingredients. Let's go now and take this tee and paint it red to make it look like a fire hydrant. Let's get going. Okay, before you paint your PVC pipe that you see here, what you want to do is go through and actually sandpaper the outside of the PVC pipe just a little bit so that it gives the paint something to adhere to. There are paints out now that are also made specifically for bonding with plastic. That's what I have here. Let's give this a good coat. You just have to worry about the outside of it, just enough to make it look good. We're going to make it look like a fire hydrant. Something like this. Nice even coat. Don't worry about getting the insides, but definitely get the sides to it. All the way around. Along the top. Good even coat. All the way around it. Boy, that is some bright, bright colors. Get underneath. All right. Think we did it. Let's get this time to dry. And when it does, we'll put everything together. Okay, so we've got about 2 hours that have passed by, and our PVC pipe, a 3-way tee, now looks very much like a fire hydrant. What we're going to do next is take this, put the components together, and show you what the geocache looks like. Okay, so let's get started by putting this geocache together. We have the tee right here. We have 3 stoppers. Now what I did with this is I took a round magnet, glued it onto the inside of this particular stopper, and we'll show where that goes in a second. It kind of gives a little added zing to this geocache. You're going to like it. We have the 3 stoppers. We have the bison tube. We have the tent stake. I've got a hammer to put the stoppers in. And we've got some PVC cement. Let's put this together. Okay, first thing that you're going to want to do is to take your PVC cement and give a good coating on the inside of each of the tees. Next, you're going to want to take a stopper and put it as far in as it will go. Next stopper, give that a good whack. Final stopper with the magnet on the side. Give that a good whack. Now you can see already how this looks like a fire hydrant. Pretty cool. Let's let this dry for a little bit and we'll finish up on this particular geocache. Okay, we allowed the PVC cement time to dry. Now this is really looking like a fire hydrant. All the pieces are in good and solid, nothing's going to go anywhere. The rest of it is super simple. All you're going to do is take a tent stake, drive it into the ground, and put this on top so that this is level with the ground itself. This gives you your fire hydrant look. Now we've been asked many times by people to say, well, we'd like to make PVC pipe geocaches, but we don't want people to think a bomb. I don't think this looks threatening at all, and in fact, if you put it on a place with permission, especially away from a building, in between bushes, that sort of thing, this is going to turn out to be a really excellent geocache. Now, the one final kicker in this that I wanted to show you is, if you remember, we put a magnet on the inside of one of these. Sure, you can take the tent stake, it's got a real nice hole right here, and you can tie the bison tube to that. Yeah, that's cute, but I like messing with people just a little bit more. If you take the bison tube, put it inside to that side one, it stays, it doesn't come out. That just gives that little extra edge to your geocache where people gotta have to figure out, oh, there it is, and figure out how to get it out of here. It's not that difficult. Matter of fact, you can go in and reach with your fingers and pull it right out. But again, just adds that little extra bit of surprise to your geocaches. Well, our PVC fire hydrant geocache is ready to be placed, but I think there's one last test that needs to be done. We brought in a little somebody just to make sure that this meets all the standards and requirements to be a fire hydrant. Let's go find out how the test went. Sum up what we learned today on how to make a geocache look like a fire hydrant with PVC pipe. Again, people ask, could we make PVC pipe geocaches that don't look like bombs? The answer to that is yes. Even more importantly, though, is where you place it and getting permission how you place it. If you put PVC pipe anywhere near a public building, you always take the chance of somebody finding it and thinking that it's a bomb, regardless of how cute it looks. The idea is where you place it. So take something like this, put it off into bushes, put it off into the other side of the parking lot, something that is away from the general muggle population. We learned today how to put this together. There's tons of different types of PVC pipe that you can play with. The idea is to go out, have fun, make your own geocache. That's the whole point. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode of GeoSnippits and come back real soon. Well, we'll have even more interesting tidbits and information about the game, the sport, yes, the obsession, known as geocaching. This is Headhardhat saying we hope to see you out on the trails real soon. Bye-bye, folks.